What goes on, people? Welcome to Den Night, and today we're going to be unboxing and reviewing the Bronx figure from the NECA Gargoyles line. So this is going to be the third figure I've done so far, and as you can see, this one actually comes with Goliath's closed wings, which arguably it should have came, arguably Goliath should have came with those wings in the first place, but that's neither here nor there. I brought him with so we can do that swap, obviously. Oh, yep. And they're gonna have to just fall right off. So, I don't really know. Obviously, I already have Demona, and she doesn't have closed wings, so I don't know how they're gonna do this with the rest of the characters. If they're just gonna do a big wing pack or something, I don't know. But I guess that's yet to be found out. We may just quick look at the box. Nothing overly special. Just the write-up. A couple images. Obviously, there's Goliath with the closed wings. And then the collect them all thing. Yeah, it even mentions, yeah. So it mentions in multiple places it comes with wings for another figure, which I think is a little sleazy, but I guess that's just my opinion. Anyway, I see the picture there. Now I guess the argument here is if you're paying the same price, there's a lot less of a figure when you're getting Bronx. So they had to throw something else in. I still think it's a little sleazy, but I think you could have just added more accessories to Bronx, maybe. Or, hell, even Lexington's a smaller one too. Maybe you could have done a double pack with Lexington and maybe charged a bit more. I don't know. It's just my opinion. Just don't like this whole package deal. But anyway, we're not here to bitch, so let's get them out of the box. So here we got them out of the box. I guess the first thing we'll get out of the way is the wings. So it's a one piece. They're kind of glued together back here. There might be one piece, like literally. I don't know, it's hard to tell. But these are also a lot more flexible. A lot more of a rubbery, flexible thing than the extended wings. These are a pretty hard piece. So, decent paint quality too. So we'll put those on Goliath then later. But obviously Bronx's one accessory is this piece of meat. I don't know what it's supposed to be. It looks more like a piece of tree, to be honest. Other than the side here where it looks like meat, I don't know. Really burnt brisket or something. Comes with a growling head. Doesn't have any movement in the jaw at all. But overall the paint quality is good. We'll see how easy the heads swap. And then the main figure, which I think, yeah. The main one does have a little bit of jaw articulation. Not much, obviously, because there's a hole at their head. Seems like they could have just done one head with a fully articulated jaw, but I guess that would be just even less value, because it would come with absolutely nothing but a piece of meat and some wings for a different figure. I like the design overall, though. I notice all these kind of have a lot more muscle tone than the show put on. The Gargoyles always came across, other than the fat one that I can't think of the name right now, but they always came across as like kind of fat fit, like they were muscular, but they were also pretty realistic muscular. These are all kind of stylized as like ripped versions, I guess. Even the dog, or whatever Bronx is supposed to be. But a lot of articulation in the knee joints here. See even the ankle here, or whatever this is on a dog, because I would think this is the ankle. I don't really know anatomy. Secondary ankle, whatever. But the foot has some. Just a little bit. I almost wonder if you could get him on his hind legs, too. Possibly. Got some hip. Shoulders. Looks like even his tail. It's a nice touch. And then I believe a little bit of neck, not as much as I thought there'd be. A little bit of neck articulation around here. And then this neck. It's not a bad looking figure, I'll give it that, but it shouldn't have been the same price as the others for what it essentially comes with. Again, I think a Lexington 2-pack would have been a good idea since he's already smaller too. But too little, too late. Do a quick size comparison here. I know Goliath doesn't have the wings on yet, but looks about right size-wise. I mean, I think if Bronx stands up, he's the same height. It really makes me wonder lore-wise, too, why Bronx seems to be like he's a gargoyle still, but he's also a dog. I don't really understand that. I wish there was a little bit of lore behind why that is. But maybe I'm just not a big enough fan. Maybe somebody knows that. Anyway, you do a quick cut, get Goliath's wings on. We'll just take a look at them together in the right form, and then we'll get them in the showcase. Alright, so here I got them swapped. I got the wings on Goliath, and I still gotta say, I'm pretty sure I mentioned this in his review, but they put way too much forward tilt on his neck because it's really hard to make him look forward. His hair just messes up everything, really. And you have to kind of shift the wings down further than they're supposed to be, because otherwise he looks like really hunched. The wings just come up way too high on his neckline. I don't know, they just need to keep the Goliath one in the oven a little longer. There's just a lot of bad things about him. I don't know if Thalog, I don't know if he came out the same, since he's essentially the exact same mold, but I doubt they changed anything. And I did swap Bronx's head, but I really don't feel comfortable doing it. It's actually not even on all the way, it's just kind of laying there because the dumbbell peg kind of thing to swap the heads I think is way too thin, especially for the amount of pressure you have to put on to push the heads back on, so I don't feel good about swapping it. So we'll see if I end up keeping that face or put his other nicer-ish looking face on. Kind of like this one a little more. He looks a little more dopey, which is how he kind of was. Oops. So we'll see. Anyway, let's get him in the showcase. So, quick cut. I was doing my quickie for this one. If anyone watches my YouTube shorts, I do a YouTube short and a full video for both, or for all my stuff, but it was a lot easier to put this head back on and clip it in place correctly than it was to try and get this on. I don't know if it's just because on this you don't know where to put your fingers really, and you're afraid of breaking something, but I wanted to do a head swap for the quickie, and this slid right back on. So if anyone was interested, that was a quick note. Back to the video. And here we got Bronx in the showcase with Goliath and Demona. Hopefully we can get the others in here soon whenever they decide to show up. But overall, I'm pretty happy with this line. Some gripes here and there, but I'm glad I started this line, and I can't wait to keep it going. Anyway, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, do all those YouTube things. Share this with any other collectors you may know, and as always, keep collecting. Bye.